Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Amy and this is Thrift Adventure. I'm a full-time reseller primarily on the Poshmark app, but I do dabble on other online platforms and I sell locally. Today I'll be doing a ship with me video. I had a pretty great weekend. I'm really excited to share all the different things that I'm shipping out today. So the first item sold on Charish.com, and it is this vintage silk striped pillow. It's, you can see it's kind of textured. This is probably from the 1960s. I have been doing quite well with these vintage throw pillows. This one ended up selling for $80. I'm very excited about that. And as you can see, it's just kind of a small to medium sized pillow. I paid $3 for this at an estate sale. I always keep my eyes out for vintage pillows now when I'm at estate sales, because oftentimes they're not priced very high, and usually if someone has one nice throw pillow, they'll have a lot of them, so you can pick up quite a few at a time. Charish charges a 22% fee, so after their fee and my cost of goods, that made my profit $60.50. I'm going to package that up off camera. I'm very excited about that sale. I'll go ahead and read you the title just so you can get some ideas for keywords. Mid-century modern 1960s silk dupioni, which is the type of silk. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. Square throw pillow, orange, green, yellow, striped. So I tried to put all of the colors, the shape, the era, any keywords that I can think of, and apparently it worked. I'm very excited about that. Okay, so the rest of the items sold on Poshmark, and like I said, these are sales from over the weekend. The first item that sold is this brown woven leather belt. If you're new to my channel, you'll see that I sell lots of belts, and you should keep your eyes out for belts and sell them too. A lot of my viewers have said that they are having some really great luck selling belts, which makes me so happy. This sold for $36. I had paid $3 for it. So after Posh fees, which is 20%, and my cost of goods, I'm not sure if I offered a shipping discount on this, but if I did, that is also deducted from my total profit. So my total profit on this item was $25.80. This sold pretty quickly too. I think in like 2 or 3 weeks. I can't remember exactly sure when I listed it, but I am thrilled with that profit and a quick sale. I think that the video will come out before this, but I made a trip to Bend, Oregon recently, and I picked up so many belts. I think I got 15 or 20 belts, which I was super excited about. I found some with really great prices. Okay, the next item that sold is another semi-vintage belt, and it is black though. I'm sorry, I just got a text and it distracted me. I apologize. But it's kind of this, you know, flexible, and it can be any size because you just put it through there like that. This was listed for quite a while. It was at the bottom of my belt bin, but it ended up selling for $35. I think that might be full price. I can't remember for sure what I listed it at. I only paid $1 for this. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $24.98. Another really great profit for the $1 investment. I realized that in some of the more metropolitan areas, it seems like belts are priced higher. So I would recommend that if you're finding that belts are priced higher where you are, if you can hit up yard sales or estate sales, that seems to be where I find the best deals on belts. Usually they're $1, $2, a quarter even. Okay, so the next items that sold is this pair of vintage clip-on kind of tassel style earrings. These are by Hobie. I believe that's how you pronounce it, which is H-O-B-E. You want to keep your eyes out for this brand name of vintage costume jewelry because it is quite collectible. I had these listed for a while and I just recently relisted them last week. And I added some more keywords and kind of adjusted the title, and they sold in less than a week. They did only sell for $43, which I was expecting more. Looks like I might need to put these in a different box, but I was expecting more. But after I looked at comps on eBay, it looks like that was in the range of what the Hobie clip-on earrings sell for on their own. If you have a set with a matching necklace or bracelet, the prices go up considerably. But I only paid $2 for those at a thrift store, so $43 is pretty great. After Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $32.40. I think that's a pretty great profit, so I'm not going to complain. The next thing that sold is a bundle, and the bundle is this semi-vintage, kind of chunky black and gold necklace. I guess this is probably from the 80s or 90s. And then these crazy vintage, probably 80s or 90s earrings. I think these are handmade. You can just see from the back, really cool. Let's see if I can get them to focus. Really cool pieces. I have had these for a while. They were given to me, so I am excited to see them go. There's another pair, if you like these, that is similar to this. I think they're just round or square instead of triangle. So the bundle sold for $34.85. Have you guys had sales with cents on them before? I don't remember ever having that. So I have an automatic 15% off for bundles. So maybe when it's like that, they are now offering, I don't know, they're doing the cents in there. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys had noticed that. Maybe I just haven't been paying attention. Anyways, I only paid $2 for the necklace, and like I said, the earrings were given to me. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $25.88. That's just fine. You know, these are both costume jewelry pieces. Both of them, sorry, I'm struggling. Both of them had been listed for a while, so I am happy to see them go. Okay, the next item is a pretty great sale. This is a vintage hand knit wool sweater, and they call this style a fisherman's sweater. It's very chunky, has this kind of high mock neck, and I have done pretty well with these in the past, but this one ended up selling for full price for $89. It had been listed for a while, and recently I had gotten quite a few offers on it. I think maybe it was being promoted somehow with my promoted listings. And actually, earlier in the weekend, on Friday or Saturday, I got a $40 offer on this, but we were camping and I didn't have good Wi-Fi or cell service. And so I wasn't able to accept that offer right away. And before I could accept it, the buyer canceled it. And I would have accepted that $40 offer. So the fact that this ended up selling for full price for $89 is very awesome. And I'm glad that it worked out that way. Okay, so I only paid $1 for this or less. I got it at a fill the bag sale, and one of our local churches does it, and it's $5 for a giant garbage bag. So I bet I paid less than $1, but we're just gonna say $1. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $70.20. I am super excited about that. Sorry, I'm kind of having to shove that into the box there. And now all my boxes fell over. Oh well, that's the way it goes. Okay, another item that I've had listed for quite a while is this vintage it's suede, but it's faux Sherpa or shearling lining. I picked it up just because it has this cool vintage style, and I've done good in the past with this kind of vintage Western looking item. I kind of think this was a full price sale too for $39. I had reduced the price because I had it listed for a while. So I am happy with that. I did pay $5 for it because initially I thought that it would sell for more, but $5 into $39 is still really great. So that made my profit $24.18. I am still participating in the promoted listings. I apologize that last week I didn't do a recap, but I think that I ended up having 2 or 3 sales as a result of the promoted listings, and it definitely paid for itself and made me some money. So right now I am still happy with it. I feel like it's helping me move out some kind of older stale items, which I think is awesome. Okay, the next item is really pretty cool. It is this leather suede fringe purse. It's a real flat purse. I believe that it is handmade. This buyer really drove a hard bargain and kept sending me offer after offer. And I kept counter offering and letting her know that $45 was my best price on it. And she kept bargaining and got me down to $42. So it sold for $42, which who knows, you know, what this would have originally sold for. Maybe $60 to $80, maybe a lot more. I don't know. But it seemed like she really wanted it. I was ready to make a sale, so we settled on that $42. I had only paid $1.50 for this at another sort of fill the bag type sale. So that still left me with a really great profit of $32.10. I don't know, do you guys ever get that feeling when you have a buyer that drives a really hard bargain? Like, I always am afraid that they're going to return items. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. So hopefully she loves this. I don't know why she wouldn't, because it is really a cool piece. Okay, so I do think I said that made my profit $32.10, which is just fine with me. Boy, I've got a lot going out today. That makes me really happy. Okay, the next item is this Longchamp bag. And these are pretty popular and have a decent resale value. They do often have this wear or fraying to the corners. So even if I see that when I'm out at a thrift store, I will still pick them up. I think these retail for like $150 now, maybe a little bit more depending on the style and size. So these, let's see, how does it work? They fold down really flat for, I think maybe it goes like this for travel. So you could put it in your bag to have extra space. There we go. And it folds down just like that. So that's really nice. Okay, so this did take a while to sell. They don't sell super quickly for me anymore, but they usually sell in the $40 to $60 range. This one sold for $45. I paid $5. So after push fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $31. And these are, excuse me, these are very practical for every day too. They're super lightweight and they come in all sorts of colors. You do want to be cautious with these because there are fakes made of them, but there is some great info online about how to identify an authentic one versus a fake one. There's some different things on the snap and the tag and lots of different details that can help you determine if it is an authentic piece or not. So it would be pretty easy to look that up and help you figure out for yourself. Okay, so the next item is this vintage, just maroon leather bag. It's distressed. This was not a very good buy for me. I think I was on vacation somewhere. Well, great. Oh, there we go. And I wasn't finding much and I wanted to buy stuff. I don't know. It was only $2, but it took a long time, almost 2 years to sell, and it sold for $14. So again, really not a great buy, but like I said, I only paid $2. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $9.05. I am happy to see it go. I didn't check yet. I'm not sure if this one sold as a result of promoted listings, but that Longchamp bag did. And I am promoting my closet at $20 a week right now. So like I said, it seems totally worth it for me. Okay, so don't go anywhere because there will be at least 1 or 2 more clips after this because I go day to day and share the different items that I'm shipping out. If you enjoy this type of video, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. It's totally free and it really helps me out. Also, if you could give this video a thumbs up. All right, like I said, don't go anywhere. I'll be back soon. Hi there, it's Wednesday and I have quite a few things to ship out. I'm pretty excited. I had 3 sales on Charish in the last about 48 hours. They're not huge high dollar sales. Well, actually they're pretty decent. So I am very excited. So the first item that sold is this Empoli glass kind of candy dish, fluted bowl. It's this beautiful teal peacock color. This sold on best offer. Actually, all 3 sold on best offer, and this sold for $73. I paid $5 for this at an estate sale. So after Charish's fee and my cost of goods, that made my profit $53.04. I think that's great. It wasn't listed a terribly long time, but a few months for sure. I did want to mention, after I sold that vintage pillow on Monday, I saw that Kat from the Nurse Flipper on YouTube, she did a research video on pillows that sell for high dollar amounts. And there was some really interesting things. This will come out probably about 2 weeks after she published that video, but I really recommend that you check out that video and some of her research videos because she shares a lot of great information on sold comps for items, all different types. But I have gotten a couple comments in the past about how I just got lucky for selling pillows for higher dollar amounts, but there is definitely money to be made on pillows. So I thought you guys might think that was interesting and might want to check it out. Okay, so the next item that sold on Charish is this vintage brass rhinoceros. Now this one is solid brass. Sometimes it's just like a shell of brass, but this one is solid, really nicely polished, and the rhinos are a little more uncommon to find than the other animals. This ended up selling for $62. So when I got the offer for this, I thought, oh, that's a pretty good offer. I think I'll accept. But then I decided to double check and make sure that I had checked comps before I accepted the offer. And so I looked on eBay, and there were a few listed for $150. And so I was like, oh, whoa, maybe I won't accept that. And I tried a couple of different keyword combos, brass rhino and brass rhinoceros. And I also checked sold comps. There was none sold anywhere near $150. I think the highest sold that I saw was $79. So that's just something to keep in mind if you are out shopping or if you're looking at prices to list your items at. Check both active listings and sold comps because people can price their items at whatever they want, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna sell for that amount. Okay, anyways, I just thought I'd share that. I thought you guys might think that was helpful. Again, it sold for $62. I paid $5. And funny thing is, I got it at the same sale as I got this. So after Charish fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $44.02. I think that's a great profit. And another brass item that sold. So maybe someone mentioned the last time I sold brass stuff that brass was making a comeback. So maybe it is, because I sold those brass cranes also week before last for a decent price. So I may start picking up more brass again. Okay, so the next was this set of 3 cute little brass owls. I just picked these up because I like owls and they were only $4 for the set. The set sold for $43. So after Charish fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $30.20. Another nice little profit. These won't be the brass ones won't be too hard to package up. This will take a little more time, but I'm gonna move it all out of the way. I was excited to have multiple sales on Charish because usually, you know, I just have 1 or 2 a week, not multiple in a row. Okay, so this sale came through as I was getting everything ready to do the ship with me video, so I thought I would include it. It is this vintage, I just noticed a loose thread, kind of tapestry belt. This, I guess this is probably from the 70s or 80s, and it is marked bonded leather on the back. This is a little bit different than belts that I would normally pick up. It ended up selling for $33. The reason I picked it up was because I was at a fill the bag sale and it was $5 to fill a bag. I ended up, my average cost of goods for that sale ended up being 15 cents per item. So I've said this before, but when I'm at a sale like that or someplace that the items are super cheap, I will pick up some items to experiment with. You know, things that I don't want to pay up for because I'm not sure about. But if it's, you know, $1 or under, it is worth the risk to just try something out and see how it sells. So I'm super happy with this sale for $33. I listed it at $39 and the buyer offered me $33. I put my cost of goods as $1 just to make math easier. So after Posh fees, that made my profit $25.40. I think that is great. I'm going to use some different stickers today that I just got off of Temu, and it says, warning, opening this package will cause extreme happiness. I just thought those were really cute and they were really inexpensive. The only bad thing is they're not on a roll like the other ones are, so it makes them a little bit, I don't know, harder to store or whatever, but I think they're fun for something different. Okay, another kind of unusual belt is this stretch belt, and it is copper and gold, kind of has a sequin or fish scale type look to it. I used all of those keywords. These belts don't sell very quickly for me, but if they are, you know, $1 or under, I do pick them up. This one I picked up a really long time ago, so I actually paid $3 for it because at the time I didn't realize that these didn't sell very quickly. But this ended up selling for $20, so that still left me with a $13 profit. Not too bad, but it did take a really long time to sell, so I don't know. Well, like I said, I try not to pay more than $1 for these anymore. Okay, so the next sale is a bundle, and it is a sale to Alexandra, who is a subscriber, and she's bought multiple things from me off Poshmark, and I am so grateful and thankful for her support and all of your guys' support. So she got this sterling silver, I think this is Figaro link chain. It's 24 inches long. It's a nice heavy length chain. And then she also got this sterling silver, just kind of interesting little band ring. I had this chain for sale with a pendant, and she asked if I had any other long chains, and unfortunately I didn't, so I offered to sell her just the chain, and she accepted, or she said she wanted that. And then I told her that I would give her 15% off if she bundled with another item, because she had mentioned that she might bundle. And when I realized who she was, that she had, you know, purchased multiple times and she watched my YouTube videos, I gave her 20% off. So if you guys are shopping my closet, don't hesitate to mention that you're a return buyer or that you're a YouTube subscriber, because if I can, on my items, I will definitely give you a deeper discount for supporting me and my channel. Okay, so I paid $5 each for those 2 pieces of jewelry. So after posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $41.58. I think that's a great profit. I always like to pick up sterling silver items when they are affordable at estate sales or yard sales. Some of my thrift stores still have sterling silver out in the cases and whatnot, but most of them don't anymore. So I really find almost all of my jewelry at estate sales and yard sales. Okay, so thank you again, Alexandra. I really appreciate it. The next item is this vintage faux fur coat, and I think this is meant to look like fox fur. It has a leather tie wrap belt, and let's see, I'll show you the tag on this. Usually for vintage items, the brand is not as important to me as the overall style. Of course, some brands are better than others, designer brands, of course, so I do always look up the brand name, but typically I will list items under the vintage brand on Poshmark. They have a brand just like any other Coach or Patagonia that you can list items under, and people will follow that vintage brand, so it'll get your item more exposure. Because if I had listed this under Central Park Zoo brand, I don't think it would have gotten as much exposure. This sold for $69. I'm not really sure, maybe I could have gotten a little bit more, but this was given to me as a gift, and it just wasn't something that I would wear. I think it's beautiful, but it just wasn't exactly my style, so I decided to list it. So my cost of goods was $0. So after posh fees, that made my profit $55.20. I'm gonna package this up off camera just because it's bulky. I feel kind of guilty, you know, selling items that were given to me, but if it's not something that I'm going to actually wear or use, then, you know, there's no reason for it to be just sitting in my closet. Okay, so the next item that sold, I have had for so long, I don't know, over 2 years. This is another item that I'd had for a long time that sold as a result of my promoted listings. So I'm not making a huge amount of money from those promoted listings, but it was really helping me move out some old inventory, which makes me really happy. So these are just a pair of jeans, and they are Pilcrow and the letterpress. As you can see, this is the older tag. I did realize that these kind of have a flared leg, so and that is kind of, you know, trending again. So maybe that is another reason that they sold, but they sold for $16. I don't care at this point. I am happy to get these out. I paid $5 for them. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $5.78. Not at all what I'm aiming for profit, but it is a profit, and these sold, and I am really happy to get rid of them. Okay, so that is it for today, but don't go anywhere. I will be back in a couple of days. Hopefully with a lot of sales like I've been having. That really makes me happy when, you know, high dollar sales are really exciting, but it is also exciting to have lots of sales to move out some inventory so that I can go thrift more, because you know that's my favorite part. Okay, see you soon. Hey there, it's Friday and I've got a few sales to ship out. I'm pretty happy with the way that this week has turned out so far. The first item sold on Charish, and it is this set of genuine stone grapes. I'm not sure if these are onyx or alabaster or what they are, but there's this really pretty green color. I always do quite well with these vintage stone grapes. I've sold quite a few sets of them, and I always seem to find them at estate sales and thrift stores, and they typically don't price them up terribly high, so I picked these up for $5. They sold for $116 plus a $7 packaging fee, and that fee is in addition to the shipping charge, and the buyer pays both. These actually sold to an interior designer. I've mentioned this before, but on Charish, you can add an automatic 10% off discount for trade members, and a trade member is like an interior designer or an architect. And this is just kind of an industry courtesy type thing, because then it gives the interior designer a little bit more room to also make a profit on the item, which is just fine with me. So I can't remember, I think I had these listed at like $129, maybe that, yeah, that's probably what it was. So she got them for $116 plus the $7 packaging fee. Charish charges the 22% seller's commission. The other thing that I haven't mentioned, so the 22% is charged on the sale price, but not on the packaging fee from Charish at this time, which is nice. So after their fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $92.48. These sold pretty quickly too, maybe only a couple of months. So I'm very happy with that sale. I'm gonna finish packaging these up off camera as usual, but I kind of wrapped them to keep them safe. I am thrilled with that profit. Okay, the next item is kind of an interesting sale. So it is this Coach bag charm, and it's this cute little teddy bear. It's a pink lucite with floating Coach logos in there. I impulsively bought this for myself. I just thought it was so adorable, and I was like, oh, I need that. And then, you know, I got to thinking about, it's kind of big and bulky, and because I was thinking I might use it as a keychain, but I think it's really more meant for a bag charm, and it's not really my style to have a teddy bear bag charm. Anyways, I just decided it wasn't quite right for me, so I decided to list it. I picked this up through the, or on sale at Coach, and it ended up only being $33. But the original price tag, I think, said $69 or $89. So I listed it at the original price, and then I have the automatic offers to likers. When someone likes an item, Posher VA sends out a 10% off offer with $5.95 discounted shipping. So the buyer got that offer for $67 and they accepted. This only took 2 or 3 days to sell, which I find very interesting. So that gave me a profit of $20.60 on an item that I bought for myself that I did not intend for resale, which I think is really great. But I have noticed that sometimes when Coach has these sales on items, well, I've had this happen before where I don't buy an item when it's on sale and then it sells out and then I regret it. So I go looking for it on the resale market. And I think these little bag charms are collectible because they come out with new ones every season in different colors and different styles. So anyways, I mean, if you wanted to try that out as kind of a retail arbitrage, I know some people do. I don't know if you'd want to do it or not, but I've had decent luck reselling impulse purchases because sometimes I am an impulse buyer. Okay, so the next item that sold is this wool Icelandic design vest, and it had this pretty embroidery on the collar. I'll go ahead and show you the label here. I kind of hesitated when I picked this up because I knew it wouldn't be a really high dollar profit, but because it was, you know, the season, I picked this up less than a month ago, and I just thought it was beautiful quality and such nice design. I decided to go ahead and grab it because they did have it priced at $6. That's why I hesitated. But it ended up selling for $32, which is in line with what the other sold comps showed, and it sold pretty quickly. So I think all in all, it ended up being a nice flip. So after posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $19.60. 20 bucks is 20 bucks, and actually that's a pretty great profit. I just wasn't sure because, you know, it was priced at $6, which is kind of paying up for an item like this. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Either way, I am happy with it. Let's see. I'm still using my cute little warning stickers. This may cause extreme happiness. Okay, so I think last week I forgot to share the results of my promoted listings. It is only Friday, but I may be taking a little road trip tomorrow on Saturday to deliver an item. So I'm going to end the video here. Well, not quite yet. I have a couple more things to share, but today. And then I'll just share anything else that sells over the weekend on Monday. Okay, so for the last 7 days for my promoted listings on Poshmark, I sold a Longchamp purse, Longchamp, for $45, a vintage shearling vest for $39, a pair of Pilcrow jeans for $16. All of these items had been listed a minimum, or actually, I think a minimum of 6 months, all of them. So I am happy to move those out, even if it costs me a little bit more due to my promoted listings. My budget is set for $20 a week for my promoted listings. At this time, I had spent $17 for the week. So that made and my total sales from promoted listings was $100. So after the 20% fee, that would bring it down to $80. And the $17 promoted listing cost, that would bring it down to $63. So I made an extra $63 this week that I potentially wouldn't have. I did have a question about how the promoted listings work, the cost. So you still have the same 20% fee off of your sale like normal. It still comes out before, you know, they pay you just like normal. But when you sign up for promoted listings, you have to put a credit card in, and they charge your budget to the credit card each week. So it's not calculated within Poshmark or shown within Poshmark. It's totally separate. So just keep that in mind. If you're not comfortable putting another credit card number in, then you may not want to. I am still thinking that the promoted listings are worth it for me. So I'll let you know, you guys decide. It turned out to be a pretty good week. I'm pretty excited. I had $1,033.85 in sales. My total cost of goods was $102.50, so 10 times my money. That always makes me happy. And my total profit after any website fees, my cost of goods, and any shipping discounts that I offer was $736.99. I'm just fine with that. Let's see. I'll share my title for those grapes. Vintage green agate onyx grapes, natural stone grape cluster. So I did put in the body or the description of my listing that I wasn't sure what the stone type for those grapes was. I said I thought it could be agate or onyx. When I did research, it said multiple different things, so I just wasn't sure. I like to be very transparent in my listings so people know what they are getting. Okay, well, that's all this week. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you're enjoying the videos, I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out and encourages me. Also, if you could give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. All those things tell YouTube that you are enjoying my videos, which in turn can make YouTube suggest my videos to more people, which helps my channel grow and keeps me going in doing this. Okay, thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week.